We're going to be checking out 10 things I never knew existed before moving to Australia. Not me, though. Tristan Kuhn, that's the name of the channel. And the name of the video, I already told you. That's what we're checking out today. So make sure you go check it out. There's going to be a link in the description section down below, as always. And this was originally posted 4 years ago. So yeah, this dude's an American and he lives in Australia. I did another reaction to his channel before. So go over there and subscribe like I did. Let's check it out.
What's good, y'all? Tristan here, and today we're going to be going over 10 things that I never knew existed before coming to Australia. So the first thing that I never knew before coming to Australia is that cricket is actually a really common game, like, outside of India. For some reason, like, I knew it existed, but I thought it was, like, only really played in India. No, it's, like, in England.
See, when I think of cricket, I think of England. That's what I think of. I never think of India. Maybe, I'm assuming they must have a huge cricket culture there. I just never was aware of it, I guess. So, yeah, interesting. So Australia plays a lot of cricket, which I've heard that. I believe I have heard that.
English game, like, it's pretty common in England, it's common in Australia, it's common in New Zealand. There might actually be more people who play cricket than, like, American football in the world. So yeah, I had no idea that it was even like a sport outside India. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I don't know. If you didn't know that, I don't know. Now you know.
And yeah, he's like, oh, and maybe even more people play it than American. Well, yeah, American football is mainly only played in America, mainly. And I say mainly because there is people that play. I've had comments on my other channel that people in like Europe, they do have like small regional teams and stuff sometimes in some areas that play like American style football, but it's not a thing. It's not like a huge common thing, of course.
I'm really gonna have a go at my intelligence this video, just exposing all the things that I didn't know about Australia that I probably should have known. But I don't know, I think a lot of these things are common for at least Americans not to know. Hopefully this video will educate you a bit. So the second thing I didn't know about Australia before coming here is they don't really use the word candy. Like, I don't know, candy's not really a thing here. What it is they have lollies and they have chocolates. Chocolates are like anything that's chocolate, like a Snickers bar or like, I don't know, any like chocolate candy stuff. Those are all called chocolates. And then if it's not a chocolate, like if it's, I don't know, a gummy or something that's not chocolate, like Skittles maybe, like those are all lollies. So if you're looking for something sweet, don't.
Okay, I mean, I've heard lolly and like Peppa Pig, which I think Peppa Pig's from England, Britain, right? Bluey's from Australia. My son watches Bluey a lot, and I think I've heard it on there. I didn't know that they just don't use the term candy so much. Maybe some people do. It's probably not common, right? Interesting. And chocolate. That's it. So they don't say, let me get a candy bar. They would say, let me get a chocolate bar, right? Or just let me get a chocolate. Interesting. We're learning, guys. We're learning. Hit subscribe, please. Thank you.
Don't go asking for candy, ask for lollies or go asking for chocolates. It's like they're two separate things, and you should know that before coming here. The next thing I didn't know about before coming to Australia, and you can't be here like long at all without finding out about this, but that is their Vegemite. Vegemite is like a national treasure here in Australia. It looks like this. You put it on your toast, on your...
So yeah, it's a yeast paste, and it's supposed to be really salty. I don't have a P.O. box right now, but I live in a small town. Okay, so I've had stuff show up here at my house from places I used to live without any affiliation with this address. So somebody's supposed to be sending me some Vegemite, and hopefully it shows up. Hopefully it shows up. Like I said, I didn't have a P.O. box, so I just gave them my name in the town. So hopefully it doesn't get sent back to Australia. If so, I apologize for wasting your time. Once I get a P.O. box, I'll let you know. But if I get the Vegemite in, I will be doing a taste testing video, so stay tuned for that.
Your bread, and it's super salty. I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's definitely an acquired taste.
Smells
horrible. You have to try it when you come to Australia. Like, if there's one food you have to try, like, that's definitely it. I don't know if anything's more Australian than Vegemite. The next one, and all right, I don't know how I lived the first 21 years of my life without knowing about this, but that is chicken salt. Chicken salt is like salt, but I don't know, just so much better. Like, you usually put it on fries, but like, or chips as they call them, but I don't know, you can also...
Is it like the... Oh, ramen noodles. You get the chicken flavored seasoning packet, and I use it for a lot of stuff. I'll put it in mashed potatoes, whatever, right? Like all sorts of stuff. And also there's a brand called Knorr, Knorr, and they have a chicken flavored, it's like a chicken flavored broth base powder stuff that's like a really salty. It's so good. It's so good. If you can find it, get it. You should try it. I wonder if that's what this is similar to. It's something like that. It sounds like it. It looked like it too.
also put it on like potatoes and really anything you put salt on. Like, it's just, oh my god, it's amazing. America has no idea what they're missing out on. You gotta try some chicken salt. Actually, I'll put a link to it in the description below if you want to buy some on Amazon. Heck,
I think it's
same with
similar
Vegemite.
to
If I can
what?
find some Vegemite on Amazon, I don't know. I'll throw it down there, and you can check it out. I don't know if you want to try. All right, the fifth thing that I had absolutely no idea before coming to Australia was the cute animals here in Australia. Okay, so like, of course we know about koalas and kangaroos, but check out how
Quokka?
cute this little guy is. These quokkas are on a little island in Western Australia. I haven't seen one yet, but oh my god.
What? That straight up looks photoshopped. Is this real? I mean, especially the guy in the top left here. It even almost has a fuzziness around him. Are these real? Let me know, because that looks like some Pixar shit to me.
God, I think they're the most adorable like animal on the planet. Something I have seen is these cute little patty melons. I saw like a little like herd of like 100 of them hopping around when I was in Tasmania, and I love them. They also have these giant fruit bats here in Australia. Like, they're huge. Like, I was all the way down in Melbourne and I saw them, and then now I'm all the way up here in Cairns, and yeah, still seeing them. I don't think I can qualify them as cute, but definitely something I didn't know existed. Or I knew they existed. I didn't know they were here in Australia.
They can be cute in their own little way, but they're mostly creepy. Okay.
Before coming. The sixth thing that I had no idea existed before coming to Australia was reasonably priced sporting tickets. If you go to a professional football game...
See, I'm not a huge sports fan, so I would have absolutely no clue. I know nothing about the sports world.
In America, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm near Dallas. Like, I think a Dallas Cowboys game is like $400 for like a alright ticket. I'm not positive on that, but it's like several $100s. I think I've heard like just parking at a Dallas Cowboys football game is like $60. That like blows my mind. Like, when I went to just like a UT, I'm a big Texas Longhorns fan. Like, if I go to one of their football games in the season, not like a special one, it's gonna cost me like $90 just for a ticket. I'm sure you can find some cheaper ones, and like if you're a student, like, yeah, there's discounts, but like tickets are expensive in America. Here in Australia,
just watch the game online. There's ways to do it for free. $400 for a ticket, that's craziness. I'm sure it's fun though. I'm sure if sports are your thing, I bet it's fun. But $400 worth of fun, and you haven't even bought a hot dog or a beer yet. You know, and you're wow.
They are not like, there's something pretty much everyone can afford. I have yet to be to a footy game since I've been here, like an Australian football game, but that's just because I got here like the week that their season ended. But to go, it's like $30 for a ticket. Like, it's so cheap, and yeah, I don't know, I kind of like it. Yeah, it's weird how in America it costs so much to go to a game. All right, now this seventh thing I did know before coming to Australia.
It's not weird at all, because in America everything costs. Oh my goodness, and this fly. Sorry guys, this fly is bugging me. Everything costs here though in America. It sucks.
But I had to include it in this video because, like, I don't know, you really need to know this before coming here, and that is Sydney is not the capital of Australia. The capital of Australia is Canberra, and I don't know, I don't want any...
What? That's news to me. I thought it was... And maybe I've heard this before in some other videos, and maybe just glossed over it and didn't really register, but I could have swore Sydney was the capital. Very interesting.
Ignorant Americans coming here thinking it's Sydney, so I'm telling you right now, it's Canberra. Know that. It's kind of smart to know a country's capital before coming to it. All right, now the eighth thing that I had no idea about Australia before coming here, and that is that it is still part of the Commonwealth. This means that technically the Queen of England could totally overthrow the Australian government if she wants. I don't really know all the details on this, so I don't want to get into it too much, but I do know that she does have the power if she wants to, like, I don't know, dismantle the government here, kind of like make them do a re-election and whatnot. So yes, they are their own country, but they're not quite like America, where like they completely like got their like full independence and freedom.
It's like Puerto Rico is with the United States. Like, they're their own country. They can do their own governing and everything, but like technically it's a territory. It's part of the United States kind of thing, but like they're not a state, which they may be. I mean, there might be at some point becoming a 51st state. So that's interesting, but yeah.
From the crown. Oh, this sun's really getting me. I gotta get over here. All right. Whew. Out of the sun. Now, the ninth thing that I didn't know about Australia before coming here, and I feel like super ignorant for this because it's such a huge part of like Australian culture, and that is the Aboriginals. So the Aboriginals are like the indigenous, like, local people here before Australia was.
I know about the Aborigines, and it's a similar story to the Native Americans here in the United States. Of course, miles different, literally and figuratively, or whatever, right? But anyways, the thing with the Aborigines, though, they get a lot more respect in Australia than, I mean, of course, there's assholes that don't respect them. Of course, you have that. But the government respects their culture and everything, right? I mean, sure, here in the United States, the Native Americans, yeah, they got they got their little Indian reservations or whatever, but Native American reservations, I guess, is more political, correct? But it's still like we done them wrong. We done them real wrong, and of course, the Australian government done the Aborigines wrong as well too. But it seems like they're doing a better job about it than the way the United States government went about it. If that makes sense, I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot to it. I'm not an expert, so I guess my thoughts on that end here. We're gonna continue with the video.
Colonized, they've lived here for thousands and thousands of years. They're actually the oldest like known population. There's stuff here dating back to like I think 40,000 years ago. Like an insane amount of time. They've been here for so long, and yeah, I had no idea about their culture. Like they're a huge part of Australian culture, and yeah, I didn't know anything about them before coming here. One thing I will say is the Aboriginal population here is way more visible than the Native American population is in America. I don't.
Yeah, because again, United States government, they just decimated almost. I mean, practically almost decimated the entire culture, and there's just small. Plus, the United States, I think, is a little bit older than Australia, so there's been more time, more damage, I guess. Whereas Australian government put it into it early on, and is trying to do better about it, I think, than the way that America did. I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert, so it's interesting.
I don't really know why this is, but it's just, I don't know, maybe someone that's more educated on this than me can comment that below. I don't know why it is, but they're, yeah, definitely a lot more visible here than they are back home. Jesus Christ, I'm like having to move all around because of the sun. But anyways, now the 10th thing that I did not know about Australia before coming here is that Australia actually has the largest population of feral camels. That's right, it's not.
I heard about that in one of my videos. Very crazy. And they're actually selling them back to like the Middle East because they came over to Australia or something. They got out and they just bred like crazy, but they're not native to there. They're an invasive species, I believe.
Not in the Middle East or somewhere in Africa. Australia has over 1 million wild camels. I don't know why I find this so interesting. I don't know. I just think it's like a really fun fact about Australia. So yeah, I haven't seen a camel yet, but I don't know. Maybe the more I get into the outback, I'll stumble across one. If you plan on visiting Australia, there are some things that you should and should not do here. So if you want to know what you shouldn't do while you're here in Australia, you can check out that video. That is my don'ts of Australia. Or if you want to know 10 things that will shock you about Australia, check out that video.
Yeah, this channel's good, guys. This is only the second, maybe third video that I've seen by him, but I think it was only the second one. So yeah, highly recommend it. Definitely go check it out. Like I said, links down below. Tristan Kuhn is the name of the channel. And let me know your thoughts on this. Hit like, hit subscribe. Have a super fun, awesome day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care. Bye.